Welcome back to RealVacantLand.com. This is Luke Smith. I've got another property for you. This one's in Cowlitz County, Washington, kind of southern part of Washington. Just across the river is Oregon, so it's just across the river from Oregon. Let's take a look at this one. I'm asking $39,997. I just priced this one like a minute before I started this video by looking at the market, and I'll show you the market on this, how we're the cheapest one in the area by like 50%. Let's take a look at it and see what we can do. Let's jump into it. Cowlitz County, Washington. So this is for sale by Luke Smith. That's me. In that picture, I've got a hat on. Here, I'm just bald, right? But it's the same guy. So my phone number, contact information, everything's up here. And so again, it's $39,997. We got some pictures of the actual property on this one. Let's show you a map, and then we'll jump into the pictures so I can describe what we're looking at better in the pictures. So let's jump into the map. This is I call it the boot-shaped property. Kind of looks like Italy on, Italy fell over or something. So here's a strip of land here that goes back to the property, and then there's a stream that runs along the northern border of this property, and then there's a road over here that you'd have to cross the stream to get to the property. I've got pictures of the stream, and I've got pictures of the property markers going along the edge of that property. There's a septic system in the heart of this property. There's a flat part in here hiding in the trees. It looks like a good spot to go build on, and it looks like somebody did some bulldozer work to be able to drive back in there to where the septic system is. Here's the road, and there's neighboring houses. I'm guessing there's power lines, utilities and stuff here, telecommunications and things servicing these houses. I'm not 100% sure about that, but I'd beg to say that they're there. So let's zoom out. Let's show you where we're at in the world. So we got the river right here. This is Columbia River, right? I'm losing my mind if I got the wrong river. I'm darn sure that's a Columbia River. I don't know why I can't see the name of the river. Yeah, Columbia River. So there's Portland down here. So there's Vancouver. And if you go up the 5, there's Longview. And if you take Longview, if you go out the 4, Highway 4, which is close to the property, if you go west out of Longview for a bit, in between Longview, you're going to be past Stella near Eagle Cliff, and on your way out to the Columbia River mouth. I mean, this is probably spectacular salmon fishing in here coming up the Columbia River, right? Columbia River Gorge. I took some windsurfing lessons one time in the Columbia River Gorge. That was fun. So here is Washington, Oregon, Columbia River. Just a little off of Oak Point. You can see Spruce Creek is on the border of the property over there. And so we've got this road here. This is Hunter Road, and Hunter Road feeds the property, so you can access the property straight off of Hunter Road. You can put in a driveway kind of thing, and this part would be where the building site is and the septic system is. The septic system, I think, was installed in the 80s, and it might be old enough that you'd want to update it now. I'm guessing pretty sure you'd have to update it to be able to build with modern building code. But it's nice to see that it's there, it's been done, and you're improving and updating instead of going into the Wild West frontier and starting from scratch. Okay, so let's jump back to satellite and take a look at this thing. Let's see if we can get the Street View guy to work here. I didn't test this ahead of time. I probably should have. He's not working. It's not working anywhere around this area. Okay, so let's jump out of the map and let's look at the pictures. So let's look at the pictures. I'll put a link to these pictures and diagrams and maps and stuff in the description of this video down below. So if you go down below and hit that link, it'll take you back to RealVacantLand.com, the first link in the description, and you can play with these pictures and you can look at them too if I'm going too fast for you. So we got a bunch of measurements and diagram there of what the property looks like. So this is the first picture in there is the flatter spot that has been, someone did some bulldozer work in the past to make this happen. There's trees all the way around. This looks like the kind of place you'd want to build a home. This is where the heart of the property is. This is where the septic system is too, I believe. So here's a shot looking into the neighbor's house or neighbor's area. I believe this is from the driveway. There's some trees, a bunch of trees and bushes and branches and things. I like this one. There's a tree here that's got like a funky shape to it. It looks like somebody had a fort going on there at one time. It reminds me of building forts and trees as a kid. You know, it's got the ladder going up the tree and some, yeah, here we go. It's got some, I think that's a ladder going up the tree. It might just be like an old no trespassing sign or whatever, but that's what I see when I think of this tree. Is looks like it would have been a fun one to put a swing off of or have a tree fort in there. And so this is the trail into the heart of the property. Looks like you can see a neighbor's house off to one part here, and there's just a bunch of trees in between you and the neighbors. There's ferns growing. I mean, just wildlife is going off on this property. There's a lot of life happening. So here's the driveway. Here's the bulldozer work that was done in the past. I think it was done in the 80s to get through here and have a driveway to get back into the property and work on it when they probably put in that septic system because they were planning on building a house. They just never got around to actually building the house. And so here's some trees and bush and more life on the property. Here's a picture of the stream in the back of the property. You can see the property line hanging out on a tree here over the stream. I'm not 100% sure that's what that is, but I'm like 99% sure that's the property line with the stream. Basically, the property line is butting up to that stream for a lot of the property line. There's nice ferns running along this stream and greenery, and it just looks like a nice stream with moss hanging off a lot of the trees too. It just looks like a nice lush area to have and look at. And so here's some blackberries and some more ferns and water flowing through that stream in the back of the property. There's a hill that goes up from the stream and over before you get to the flat spot. Here's some hills overlooking towards the neighboring side of the property. Here's a house next to it. This is what the neighbors are looking at. I think we're standing in the driveway looking. It'd be looking east from the driveway part of the property neighbor. Here's a shot as you're getting through the driveway, the isthmus back to the property and seeing the neighboring properties. And here's looking out at the paved road. There's a paved road access that runs up to the driveway to the property, and these are the kinds of trees that are along the edge of that isthmus driving back to the property. Here's another shot. There's just like a cable stretched across the way to keep people from messing around back there. And some nice trees on the side of that driveway. Here's the paved road that's out in front of the property. So it's a paved road that runs in front of the property, and it looks like there's an old culvert there that you could probably bridge the gap to get into that driveway. Some more trees, and just more trees, and some rocks, lots of trees, lots of greenery. So here's a satellite image from above, and it's coming up with a mailing address and a strip of trees. You'd be going between these trees to get back into the property. And so feel free to go over there and take a look at this one. It's so Cowlitz County, just north of the Columbia River in Washington, not very far from Portland. So I've got GPS coordinates on here. If we pull up the GPS coordinates, I open them in. Let's do this. Let's open another tab. So I can keep. Oh, I did the same thing again. Let's open them in a tab. There we go. So if you open that in your phone, you can click on it and get driving directions. So let's do Portland, Oregon. Should do Vancouver. So that area is just nice. You could live on either side. Like you could live on the Vancouver side and not pay property taxes, and then you can go shop on the Oregon side and not pay sales taxes. I mean, there's a lot of different rules on the state border here. I mean, you don't even have to live in Portland to do that. To this property, I mean, you just go over to Longview and cross over the river, and you have a whole different tax setup of buying and selling stuff. So to get to Portland, downtown Portland, it's an hour 26 minutes. It's 66 miles from this property. So you could definitely go to Portland and get supplies, go to Portland and have some entertainment, spend the day, go shopping, you know, that kind of stuff. It's within range. It's definitely within range. It's not right next door where you're butting up into the people from Portland, but you're definitely in range to go have some fun in Portland. So let's take a look at that. I mean, where else would you go from here? I mean, I'd go look at the beaches and stuff here, but I don't know what names to put in to pull them up on a map. But let's look at Longview. Let's see how far Longview is. 'Cause that's probably where you're going to be doing like major grocery shopping and stuff. 15 miles, 25 minutes to downtown Longview. And so that's an easy commute. If you had a job in Longview, you could commute back and forth. Yeah. Here's some bridges over here to get to the other side, and here's I'm sure Longview. Yeah, Longview's got a bridge crossing there as well. Okay, my favorite part of this is price. I was just looking at Zillow, looking at different websites and stuff. I have Zillow pulled up here, any size property. The size of property we're talking about is 1.89 acres. You can see that on the website. Sorry, ruralvacantland.com. I always say the size in acres. 1.89 acres of this property is the size of this property. So I've got any size property pulled up on the screen here. And I pulled up the whole county of Cowlitz. So the county that we're in. If you look at the whole county, there's some cheaper ones out there. But if we look at the corner of Cowlitz that this property is in, like close to the river over here. So if we zoom in, like the cheapest thing that's for sale, let's just click over to for sale, not look at the sold for now. We'll look at the sold in a second, but let's just look at those stuff that's for sale. There's one for 75 grand. That's it. That's the only thing. Well, over here is 80 and 125, but 75 grand's the cheapest between here and in town. Well, there's a 51. I didn't see that earlier. 5 acres just outside of town. You should probably look at that. That might be a good deal. Looks like a big hill. Looks like a big hill. But I mean, take a look at it. It's been on the market for a year. Everyone else is probably figuring out it's a big hill too. So other than that, the cheapest one out here is 75 grand. So 75 grand. And let's take a look at this competition. This is not the property I'm talking about selling. This is the cheapest thing in the area that's up for sale. One of the only things that's left up for sale in the area. This one's been on the market for 141 days. They got 267 views. It's 2 acres, so it's a little bit bigger than mine. Mine is 1.89 acres. They're pretty close. This one looks nice. I mean, it's got trees and it's got, it looks like somebody's been mowing the grass and bush and weeds and stuff. There's a house over here, so there's probably utilities in the area. Some trees. Some fields in between a house. I mean, it's 2 acres. Can't tell where the property is, but I'm guessing it's this stuff here. So it looks like nice flat. Go build a house on it. Looks like here's a driveway to get back into it. I mean, that one came back at the right price. I'd buy it. I don't see anything wrong with this one. I'm usually picking on the cheapest one in the area, but I think this one's just price. No one's willing to pay the price yet. So 75 grand. I mean, it'll probably sell if they keep it up long enough. A bunch of pictures of it. All drone pictures. No one uses a camera from the ground anymore, right? So, yeah, 75 grand. Okay, so that's the cheapest thing in the area. So my name's Luke Smith, and I like to sell stuff at half the price of the market. So I priced this one at just a hair over half, okay? Maybe I'm not that good at math. This is about half. $39,997 is what we're asking for this property. So $39,997 is just a hair over half of the price of the cheapest one in the marketplace. So 2 acres on a stream, road, you know, utilities there in the area. It's already got a septic on it. You probably have to update it to hit modern codes, but it's already got a septic. And there's the property. I mean, it's on here. It's ready to go. Please feel free to go for it. I mean, let me know if I can help. If you want to put it into title, do some paperwork. We can do a title transaction on this one, get you title insurance, and get you working on the property, building a home in short order. So again, Luke Smith, my phone number, name and number are up here on the website, right over my head. Of course, it cuts off my hand. Right up there, right there. So go to the link below and go to that contact information and contact me about buying this property. And we can make it happen. We'll get it into a local title shop near you and sign some paperwork and ship in some money. And all the paperwork settled and everything happens, the title company will sign it over to you and they'll send me some money. And everyone's happy. So go take a look at it. Feel free to ask questions. Let me know if I can help. Luke Smith, ruralvacantland.com. If you want to see more pictures like this or more videos like this, hit subscribe. I'll keep serving them up by a bunch of different properties all across the U.S. We'll just keep coming up with more properties, the cheapest, easiest ones in the area. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one. Bye.